Most footballers fail not because of a lack of talent, but because their own brain betrays them. You have the skill, you have the training, you have the desire. You can drill that 50-yard pass, that top corner shot 1,000 times in practice, but when the clock ticks down, the crowd roars, and the single critical moment arrives, a paralysis sets in. It's not a physical choke, it's a neural choke. You think you're fighting the opponent, but you are losing the battle with yourself. Your brain, the very organ designed to keep you alive, is actively sabotaging your peak performance. But what if I told you this failure is not random? What if there was a predictable biological equation for why you lose control when it matters most? We are going to dissect the mechanism of pressure failure, a mechanism we call the cognitive load tax. We will give you the tools to hack your own nervous system, rewrite your response to stress, and perform with surgical precision in the eye of the storm. And if you stay to the end, I will share one bonus secret that no coach will ever tell you. A non-negotiable neurological reset ritual that is the ultimate cheat code for high-stakes performance. The field of play is not a pitch, it's a living laboratory. And when the pressure mounts, your brain operates like a faulty GPS that always reroutes you back to fear. This is the cognitive load tax. In simple terms, cognitive load is the total amount of mental effort being used in your working memory. Your brain has a finite capacity for processing. Under normal conditions, your prefrontal cortex, PFC, the CEO of your brain, responsible for complex decision-making, creativity, and calculated passes, handles the load easily. But under high pressure, the final minutes, a penalty shootout, the deciding tackle, a cascade of events is triggered. Chemical surge, cortisol and adrenaline flood the system. This is the biological signature of a survival threat. Amygdala hijack. Your amygdala, your brain's ancient alarm system, sees the penalty box, the opposing striker, or the roaring crowd as a predator. It seizes control. Resource theft. The adrenaline surge forces the amygdala to steal energy and bandwidth directly from the PFC. This is the cognitive load tax. Your elite, automatic football skills, the beautiful muscle memory honed over a decade, are stored in a lower level, non-conscious part of the brain. To access them, the PFC must stay calm and simply let the autopilot fly. But when the tax is applied, the PFC panics. It tries to overmanage the situation. It forces conscious thought onto unconscious tasks. Is my plant foot okay? Is my hip rotated? Am I hitting it hard enough? This internal commentary is the very definition of a choke. You are attempting to manually steer a jet engine that flies perfectly on autopilot. The result? Hesitation, technical breakdown, and failure. This isn't a lack of effort. It's a predictable neural failure, a biological tax that charges you peak performance in exchange for basic survival. Every athlete who has ever choked has paid this tax, but the elite know how to build a firewall against it. The antidote to the cognitive load tax is not willpower, it is the neural shift. You must biologically rewire your brain to process high-stress moments not as a threat, but as a cue to activate pre-programmed efficiency. The central mechanism for this shift is pre-trauma simulation, PTS. The brain cannot distinguish perfectly between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. We use this to our advantage. The goal is to condition the amygdala, the alarm system, to stand down before the critical moment arrives. The PTS protocol, desensitizing the threat, sensory immersion. You must mentally place yourself in the exact moment of highest pressure, penalty shout out, the final seconds, a hostile crowd. Don't just think about it, feel it. Use every sensory detail, the smell of the grass, the weight of the ball, the sound of the enemy's chant. The failure loop. Crucially, in your simulation, you must allow yourself to fail, miss the shot, lose the mark, drop the ball. Experience the full emotional weight of that failure, the regret, the self-loathing, the disappointment. This sounds counterintuitive, but it's the key. The re-entry script. Immediately after the simulated failure, the brain must be forced to execute a perfect reset. The imaginary scenario repeats, but this time, you execute the action with flawless technique and laser focus. The pass is perfect. The shot is clinical. By repeatedly creating and then flawlessly recovering from this pre-trauma, you exhaust the amygdala's novelty response. The next time you face the real pressure, your brain registers it as familiar. The amygdala's alarm bell, the one that triggers the cognitive load tax, doesn't sound as loud. The PFC remains online. You are not training your body, you are training your calm. You are rewiring the stress signal from threat to activation cue. This is how champions are forged. If you don't train your mind like your body will betray you when it matters most. To break free from the tax, these 5 elite protocols are non-negotiable. Protocol 1, the 6-second stillness. The hack. The moment a critical error occurs or pressure spikes, you have a 6-second window to down-regulate the nervous system before the cortisol adrenaline cascade becomes overwhelming. The action. Immediately stop all mental processing. Physically or mentally recite a short, powerful word. Reset, focus, calm. Take 1 deliberate 4-second nasal inhale, hold for 2 seconds and exhale for 6 seconds. This specific breath pattern forces the vagus nerve to signal safety to the brain, overriding the amygdala's alarm. Train this until it is instant. Protocol 2, the action-specific focus window. The hack. The cognitive load tax forces you to focus on the outcome. If I miss this, we lose. Elite performers focus only on the process. The action. Define a micro-focus window for every pressure action. For a penalty, the only thought allowed is spot the corner, hit the middle of the ball, not the keeper, not the score. For a critical pass, the only thought, weight, angle, target. The process must become a mantra, a narrow beam of focus that crowds out all catastrophic thinking. Protocol 3, the contextual confidence log, the hack. Your brain needs irrefutable evidence of your ability to succeed under pressure. The action. Keep a physical or digital log. After every training session, game, or drill, do not just list what you did, list what you executed under duress. Successfully hit 5-5 long diagonals after a physically exhausting 60-second shuttle run. Held the high defensive line after coach yelled at me for an error. Read this log before every match. You are feeding the PFC data that overrides the amygdala's fear, replacing I might fail with I have already proven I can handle this. Protocol 4, the noise attenuation drill. The hack. Sensory overload contributes massively to the tax. The action. Practice your most critical high-pressure skills, free kicks, first touch, decisive tackles, while intentionally introducing extreme distractions. Use headphones playing deafening crowd noise. Have teammates yell insults or countdowns. The goal is to make the real match environment feel quiet and predictable compared to your training environment. You are inoculating your focus against external chaos. The operational blueprint is mandatory. It is not optional. You cannot expect peak performance under pressure if you only train for comfort. You must pay the price in simulation so you are not bankrupted by the cognitive load tax in reality. Mastery is not about avoiding pressure, it's about making your system more robust than the stress it encounters. The choice is stark: continue to be a victim of your own runaway biology or become the architect of your destiny. Visual, sudden, dramatic shift, cinematic zoom on a focused player, bold, on-screen text appears. The bonus secret. No coach will ever tell you the secret. Your ability to reset is tied directly to your tactile sensory engagement. Before any high-stakes moment, a corner kick, a substitution, waiting for the whistle, you must execute the 1-2-3 touch reset. Action. Touch 1. Hard contact on a piece of equipment, the ball, the goalpost, the tape on your ankle. A moment to feel the game. Touch 2. Hard contact on your body, clench your fist, grab your jersey, slap your thigh. A moment to feel your power. Touch 3. Soft contact on the earth. Tap your cleats on the ground, dig your studs into the turf. A moment to feel your foundation. This simple 3-point tactile circuit snaps the PFC out of the amygdala's loop, grounding your mind in the immediate physical reality of the task, not the abstract fear of the outcome. It is a neurological anchor. Use it, and the world goes quiet. The game demands excellence. Your potential demands mastery. Stop hoping for success and start engineering it. Pressure isn't your enemy, it's your proving ground. Master it, and the game is yours. If this blueprint has unlocked a single new truth for you, then commit to this channel and our community. Subscribe now and share this video with the teammate who needs to hear it most. Commit to the work. The next level of mastery is waiting.